Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit!
That's why it's a religion to
No,
them.
science was birthed a number of centuries ago by people who believed in God and who believed that God was the creator and that he was the lawgiver, and that what we were going to do is we were going to study the events and try to find out what the further intricacies that God has imposed and sustains. But by the time we got to the 19th century, they wanted to give God the double middle fingers, right? And to explain everything through purely materialistic, naturalistic explanations, right? And they've been on this foolish treadmill ever since. Okay.
And it's mostly made out of theories anyway, instead of knowledge. But
all right, I'm done with my rant.
Why do you think they call the Dark Ages the Dark Ages? On that note of science.
You tell me.
I'm not a historian. I'm not a... No, just throwing it out to the room.
Are you an atheist?
Yes.
Okay, well, you do know that even, there are certain atheists who recognize that modern science was birthed out of a Christian outlook, out of a God-fearing outlook, that we were going to try to uncover the intricacies of what God has made. That you historically cannot deny. But since you are an atheist, can you tell me why?
Why what?
Why are you an atheist?
Why are you an atheist?
Yeah, Cause, please don't interrupt, okay? So why are you an atheist?
Disappointment.
How is being disappointed, how does that follow that there is no creator God?
Coming to terms with my disappointments,
okay.
Coming to terms with it and growing up.
Have you had some tragedy in your life that you felt that if there was a God, it wouldn't have happened?
No, I'm not blaming God for anything. No.
Well, then how does disappointment lead you to believe that what is fundamental to all existence is not a mind?
Just never ever appeared to substantiate itself, that whole concept.
Now, everybody hear that? So in other words, you don't feel that there's anything that would necessitate indicating that what is fundamental is a mind. So do you believe that there is something? So do you think that there is something foundational or fundamental that institutes and secures everything that is, can be, and cannot be for the set of all real things?
That I know what you're asking. I was going to say, but lots of different things, and the Dark Ages is a result of religion and what's
you're classically doing
energy,
now
energy,
is gaslighting.
Energy.
Okay.
That wasn't gaslighting.
Here's the problem.
No. If you're going to use the term, use it properly. Don't use gaslighting on me in completely irrelevant ways.
No, gaslighting is an attempt to respond to somebody in a conversation as to mislead and deceive them. I'm using gaslighting in a more loose rather than a strict sense. Okay. Now, so you were prevaricating, right? So prevaricating is a form of gaslighting. Okay. Now, when you say energy, here's the problem. Okay. Mm-hmm. Is energy one thing? Concretely one thing, or is it an abstract one where it's a set of particulars, each of which you call energy?
Say the two options again in one word.
Either you believe that what is fundamental and foundational to all discrete entities, okay, what is, can be, and cannot be, either you will believe that it's a concrete one, whatever that is, or it's going to be an abstract one, okay, where it's a set of two or more things. So do you believe that there are...
Let's go for concrete, see where it takes us.
No, I don't want you to sit... I want you to tell me what you really believe. I'm not
You've
I'm
got
not
your
interested
little
in you.
proprietary
I'm
definitions of
not I'm
stuff,
not
so
interested.
I have no idea where it's going to go.
Well, Ashae, you see, this is what happens that when I start talking with atheists such as yourself, it doesn't
Yes,
take
such
them
as
very
me.
long. Yeah, such as you. Okay. It doesn't take them very long before they become argumentative because they be
I'm
uncomfortable
not
about the
being
question.
argumentative. I'm being
You are.
conversational.
No, you're not. Because
Yes, I
you're
am.
not transparently. It's good. Then explain to me. Do you believe that there is just one thing that is a concrete one that is energy, or do you believe that there are two or more things that are discrete from each other that are quote energy? Since you don't
Just
believe
one.
that we're oh, okay. And how did you come to know about this one ultimacy?
Because I understand energy a little bit more than I used to, and I think I can describe it that way. I see energy everywhere. Not literally visually see it, but it's
Um,
everywhere. It's pervasive. It exists
how
everywhere.
do well, yeah, but you see, okay. Does any do you actually believe right now that that was an honest answer?
Yes.
Okay, you're lying. Okay,
No,
because
I'm not. Why am I lying?
here's the problem. Okay, can you see energy?
I said no, not visually. Well, sometimes I can, like
Oh,
light.
okay. No, no, you're seeing photons. Okay,
No, photons
you're
is a release of
can you
energy from
can you show
electrons.
me?
So
No,
I am
what
seeing
no what no what
photons are
no. You,
energy.
all
Photons
right,
are
listen.
energy.
Okay, you know what? I'm about to server mute your rear end. Okay,
Don't talk about my
now.
rear end, Darth.
Okay. All right. Have a nice day. Okay. See, this is what they do, folks. You try to have a conversation with them, and they become belligerent. Right now,
You talked
I'm
about it. Pardon me. I don't want to be talked
okay.
about.
All right. Bye, sunshine.
Ta ta.
Yeah. This is what they do when you start questioning them legitimately and philosophically about their atheism. They start to become argumentative, and then they just start saying things that they don't even believe. Okay.
Darth,
Well, she sees stuff around her. Okay. How does that mean that there's one singular concrete one thing that's energy? How does that follow? The answer is it doesn't. She's just making up crap as she goes along, okay, in order to make it sound plausible that she has an alternative to the God world. Okay. This is what they do, folks. They either become argumentative or they become deceptive and they just start making up stuff on the spot. How does seeing stuff around you, how is having you believing that there are photons that are being reflective off of other objects and hitting your eye, how does that follow that there's a singular concrete ultimate that you call energy? She
Darth,
was
do you wanna
completely she was completely bullshitting. She knows it, I know it, and everyone else knows it.
talk about any of my body parts, Darth?
Okay, Alex, join the list.
in general.
Oh, and by the way, that Alex guy, he was that's Daddy Smoke. Okay,
What's Daddy Smoke? Go expand on this.
he's a young punk atheist troll who likes to give me a hard time.
Daddy issues. Okay, I can understand.
Yeah, he keeps on changing his account, but I recognize his voice.
Materialists would still say that the concepts come from materials, right?
All right, so if it's the case that everything depends and derives
They're
on
not in
the
denial
ultimate,
about
that
the
being
existence
God,
of them. They just say
right?
they don't exist
Nothing
as
is
in real world
external or
objects. They exist as
independent of the ultimate God.
abstracta.
See, this is what they're left with. They either become argumentative, deceptive, or they just troll. Okay.
You need to nuke them.
And by the way, just so you know, I knew ahead of that Ashae was going to be a problem. Okay. You know why? Because I know what server she participated on. Look, she knows she was bullshitting. I know she was bullshitting. Everyone in the room knows she was bullshitting. Okay. This is what they do. They know that they cannot articulate and defend what it is actually that is fundamental to all states of affairs. They know they can't. But when they step up to the plate and they try to tell you what is ultimate, you know they're lying. I know they're lying. They know they're lying. But they don't care. They love their autonomous reasoning so much that when you ask them to unpack their atheism, they will even lie to you knowing that we know that they're lying. By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?